Take.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's Settle from Settle to Be Fit. Right now, we at the famous, lovely Cecil Field Gym on 103rd. And right now, what I want to do is we just finished a leg workout, and I'm going to take y'all through a quick, effective, easy leg workout. So right now, we ain't going to do no pausing on the film, no editing, all raw video. The first exercise you can do is squat. Of course, there's controversies with the squat. Some people could do it, some people can't due to flexibility with the back. Knees could be an issue too, but this is the general way that I would say it's the bread and butter. If you're going to do a quick leg workout and you want that one compound free weight movement that you want to add, this is all you need is a back squat. So how we're going to set up for the barbell back squat. You grab the bar, at least shoulder width apart. Come up here, I'm gonna put my hoodie on just so that it places on my neck. You want the bar to not be here. You want the bar to be right here, sitting right on your neck and your traps. You lift the bar up. Now, y'all gonna see me take my shoes off, and the reason why I'm taking my shoes off is because some sneakers don't give you like a good arch support and flexibility, which could mess up your knee joints when you squat down. So I'm flat-footed, keep it flat. Now what you want to do, feet position. Have it at least shoulder width apart, toes slightly sticking outward. So not all the way crazy out here, not parallel. It got to be comfortable to your body structure. Me personally, this is the right way that they'll say traditionally you hold the bar. It don't work for me because I don't have like good stability like that, so I have to take a wider grip, like this. As long as this doesn't hurt your shoulders, this is a good grip nonetheless. Now I want to do at least a couple of reps that I wouldn't want you to, that I would say is the wrong way. You're not going down far enough doing it like this, and then also with a squat, you shouldn't be leaning forward. You see how I'm leaning forward? You shouldn't be leaning forward, and you shouldn't be doing these partial squats. You want to have your chest up, head looking straight, chest up, back nice and tight, and you're going to push back as if you're sitting down. Push back as you're sitting down in the seat. You don't want to lock out fully. So keep a slight bend in your knees coming up. Now the cool thing about me, compared to other people, it's easy to show you a good form with this type of weight. So some people may feel that's not realistic. Well, Settle to Be Fit, we got nothing but God, so I'm not gonna be nothing but unrealistic with you. Now we're gonna put some real working weight with it. Now I'm gonna show y'all to still keep the form right and tight. So you can grab the bar like this. Remember, not on the neck. Right here, should be sitting on your back. This is a good way. You can do it this way. Like I said, I have balance, better stability, so I do it this way. As long as this doesn't affect your shoulders. Keep the feet shoulder width apart. Remember, you're not leaning forward and you're not doing partial. You gotta pretend as if you're sitting back with you. So, head looking forward, not down. Look forward. Chest up, back nice and tight. Tighten your abs and tighten your core. Pretend as you're sitting back in the seat. Don't lock out. Push with your butt. Like I said, that can get tiring. Like I I said, bread and butter exercise, barbell back squat. Ideally, it takes a lot out of you. This takes a lot out of you, but this is the bread and butter. Probably the only compound free weight movement I would suggest. If you had to pick one, stick to this. Go for at least 2 warm-up sets of at least 10 to 12 reps. Do a working set of at least 10 to 15 reps. If you have time, you're trying to build more muscle, and if time allows it, you can go to 4 to 5 sets. But I say if you want to get in and out the gym, 3 working sets of 10 reps with at least a 2-minute rest in between, that's all you need. That's exercise 1. Don't go away on me. I got 4 more to show you. I'm gonna just keep my shoes off, y'all. For the rest of it, I don't feel like putting them back on, so don't worry about me. So, second exercise, we're gonna get to isolation. Leg extensions. What do they target? Quads, thigh area. Get them nice and cut up if you're getting lean, if you're building mass, front thighs. So any exercise you're saying, what can I do to target my front thighs, quad area right here? Leg extensions. When you go up, this is not the right way to do it. It's cool for partial reps if you're doing a 7x7 method, but it should be a full lockout. Not a full lockout, but knees coming up. Target all of this. Try not to let this weight hit the stack coming down. There we go. Keep the form tight, especially when you're going heavy. Especially when you're going heavy. Keep that form tight. Full extension, don't fully lock out the knees. I try not to let it come down like this too fast. Control it. It's gonna burn after a while. I say you hit this muscle, leg extensions, targets your quads. Targets this muscle, get nice and big or lean and defined if you're getting cut. I suggest you do this as your second exercise after the squat. This one, not a big weight compound movement, it's an isolation. I say one great warm-up set of at least 15 to 20 reps. Then take no more than a minute break. You can hit 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps with this. Finish off your quads. Don't leave me. Please don't leave me. Don't leave me yet. We're gonna get this work. We ain't scared of the work. All right. Hold on. I'll put my shoes on back. Legs is a body part that people neglect to train. It's pretty much, people don't go as hard as it because I'll say the myth says the uncomfortable walking feeling. And when in the beginning, I'll be lying to you to say if you won't be sore when you do this. Your first time around, you train your legs at least once or twice a week, you will get sore. It's something great stretching that I'll show at the end to target your lower body after this is the best stretching you should do after the workout. Third exercise, leg curls. Focuses on this muscle, hamstrings, the back of the leg. Get this muscle nice and defined. So this machine that I'm about to do focuses on your hamstrings. You get a little bit of glutes here and there, but this is the main focus right here, hamstrings. Back of the leg muscle. So this is how I want you to set up. You stick both feet in, and what you do is, you don't want to like be crushing your thighs, but you want it tight enough, placing the pad where you got a good support and arch, a good support where you can control the weight and it's not slipping off you. So how do we curl? Come down, get a good squeeze, come up. Get a good squeeze, come up. This is one of those exercises because of isolation, you want to target your hamstrings. So doing it like this, partial reps, be honest with you, I ain't gonna cut it. This won't cut it. Come up, squeeze. Come up, down, squeeze. Come up, down, squeeze. Come up, good, squeeze. Come up, good, squeeze. Even if you, and like I said, hamstrings is one of those muscles, it's very hard to feel the contraction. So if you have to squeeze it when you're going down to get that good, like to feel that muscle-mind connection, then you hold at the end bottom for at least a second or two. You want to also be able to feel the muscles you work. That's why rushing through the speed of the contraction of this movement won't really target your hamstrings or develop them as well. So you're asking why hamstrings are important. Why the hamstrings are important? Some people's hamstrings are usually weak. And in most cases, some people's hamstrings are usually over tight because of people that squat, where if they don't activate their glutes or have their glutes activated, then they can end up hurting their hamstrings. So the hamstrings is also a good way. Targeting your hamstrings is very important. Remember, once again, rep range and protocol, one good warm-up set, 12 to 15 reps, good work and good warm-up set just to get the feel of it, get the blood in it, get the mind ready for it. Same thing like the leg extensions, 3 sets between 12 to 15 reps on this exercise. That's exercise number 3. Exercise number 4, I call this the line one. This is the line hamstring curl. The difference between this one and this one is better for the contraction. This one I like is better for this is better for the stretch. How do you set up? Put your feet placed on here. Keep your feet parallel over here. Come up. Squeeze at the top. Come down. Squeeze up at the top and come down. I'm not a fan of letting the weight accelerate. I'm not a fan of just letting it come down. I'm not a fan of that. No, control every movement with this. You'll feel it. You'll feel the stretch more than you feel the contraction. Squeeze, come out. Squeeze, come down. 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 Like I said, don't decelerate on this. A lot of people I see come up and down, come up and down. That's not how we're gonna build our hamstrings, and that's not how we're gonna get a stretch with these hamstrings. Don't just accelerate up and down. Control the speed, control the movement. So none of this. No. 1, 2. Squeeze. You start feeling the burn when you do it that way. Same thing. Like I said, hamstrings, for people that's not developed, it's a good thing to have. This is a 1-2 punch combination, especially if you're only doing one compound movement and you're not planning on doing like a deadlift type of movement. One warm-up set, 10 to 15 reps, then a working set of 3 to 10 reps. With these isolation exercises, do not rest no more than 60 seconds. You don't need a long rest period for that. Only with the squats. And for the 5th and final exercise, not developing a lot of people, I'm working on lines. It's the calf raises. Target this muscle right here. I'm glad this gym actually finally got a calf raise machine. So how do you go about it? You set up. You don't want your feet fully on the platform. You want half your feet on it and half your feet coming down. The reason why is so that you can get a stretch coming up. I'm doing this with my body weight so you can see what it's gonna look like once I set the machine up. Come in, no jerky movements. This ain't gonna develop anything. I'll be honest with you, you might feel a little burn, but it may be coming from your Achilles tendons and not your calf, or the little burn you get when doing this. No, come down, come up, squeeze. Coming all the way down here gives it the stretch, and you squeeze up. Weight is not important for this. Weight is not important. You gotta develop technique. Technique is more important than anything. Weight is not important. Give yourself one warm-up set. I say shoot for 20 reps with just your body weight. Just shoot for 20 reps with your body weight. Volume is gonna build your calves. Nothing less than 4 sets. Anywhere between 4 to 6 sets. You want your calves to grow, go for 6 sets. Start with 4 sets, end with 6 sets. Nothing less than 4 sets. I say nothing more than 6 sets. Rep range, it can vary until you start getting a burn. For a lot of people, that's the 15 to 20 range. Me, at the 10 reps I get a burn, I go for 5 more. But that's the way I develop the calves. But that was a quick 5 exercise demonstration on how you could quickly train your legs. You keep the rest time, how I mentioned, 2 minutes on that, a minute on every other exercise I did. That's no more than 30 minutes. No more than 30 minutes. But before I end it here, I'm gonna show you 3 best stretches to target everything you just did today. Quad stretch. The goal is to be able to not use this as support when you pull your quads back. But this stretch right here targets your quads, stretches your quads out. Stretching wise, I say hold it for 10 to 30 seconds each side. Do it at least 2 times each. But yes, the goal is you shouldn't be able to hold it, you should be able to balance yourself. You push back, that's going to target this if it starts feeling sore or pull. Stretch your quads. Hamstrings. You go down as far as possible, grab your ankles, you hold it between 20 to 30 seconds. You don't want to round your back. So you go as far as possible before you feel like you have to round your back or bend your legs in order to feel it. You go as far as possible. Hold it. Like I said, 10 to 30 seconds. This is going to stretch this muscle. First stretch did this one, second stretch is going to do this one, back of the legs. And for the calves start feeling cramped up and tight. The infamous warmup. This stretch right here will target your calves. You shouldn't have your feet pointed outwards. Keep your feet towards them. You'll feel a good stretch on the upper part of your calves. "30 seconds on each side at least 2 times. But I suggest y'all do that at the end of your workout and not the beginning of your workout. But once again, I'll have a full description of every exercise we did. That was a simple leg workout with stretching that you could do in between. You can try this, I say no more than 2 times a week. Build strength in the whole lower body. This is Haley Settle from Settle to Be Fit, signing out from Cecil Field 103rd, saying until next time, train smart, eat smart. Settle to be fit, don't settle for less, and reach your full potential.